What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I know I haven't posted in a while. I've been posting shorts. Now I'm at 447 subscribers, so thank you so much to everyone who's, watched my content over the couple months that I've been starting to make content. Whoever comments, I know Mr. Toast 4K. If you liked today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the best family cars with the self-driving feature. First up on this list, we do have one of my personal favorite brands. It's Volvo, and it's actually the Volvo XC40. So the XC40 is kind of a miniature version of the XC60. So it's kind of a compact SUV, if you will. So obviously Volvo has a Scandinavian design, and that just makes up for a lot of these features. Volvo has been kind of renowned for making nice, luxurious cars, and this is no exception. And the XC40 Recharge is great, but there is one thing that it does lack. And, it has self-driving and all that stuff, but the range is not there. So similar comparisons are the Tesla Model Y. The Tesla Model Y does have a lot more range than the XC40. So obviously this self-driving feature is, it's kind of a pay-to-play thing. I know Tesla, you have to pay about $10,000 for the self-driving feature, and this one, it's set to come out, but it's kind of a pay-to-play situation. Obviously, they have a bunch of assists, like automated emergency braking system, pedestrian alerts, stuff like that, but the full self-driving is something that you'll have to pay for. Next, let's move on to Ford Escape. Now, the Ford Escape has kind of redone their whole layout this year. Ford announced that it would put $7 billion into developing self-driving technology, and it's kind of paid off. So with this being said, Ford has their own kind of technology, their own little name to it, and it's the Ford's Copilot 360, and all this money that they've been dumping into this self-driving technology, they're implementing it into this car. So obviously things like, collision assists and automatic braking, things like that are all standard on this car. A lot of safety features are actually implemented into this Ford Escape, which I do love, don't get me wrong. Newer cars are obviously more safe, but I think it lacks a lot. I don't know, the Ford is just kind of like, they're putting all this money into self-driving, but these features are really seen on a lot of cars nowadays. I don't know, I'm not too much of a Ford Escape fan, but I mean, it is cheap and it is reliable, and you do get all these assists with it as well. So this is something to consider when buying a full self-driving car. Next, we have one of the brands that is known for reliability, and that is Toyota. Toyota has made Camry, Corolla, whatever, and they're just making amazing cars, and the Toyota RAV4 is no exception. Now, the Toyota RAV4, they've redone it a lot, and I've got to say, this year's model is really nice. It kind of puts off a futuristic vibe, and you get the reliability of Toyota, so you don't worry about it breaking down right away. So Toyota is actually set to do full self-driving by 2025, but this 2022 RAV4 bundle does have a lot of features that self-driving cars would implement into them. So like mentioned before, this Toyota has a Safety Sense 2.0, that's what they call it, and it offers things such as the pre-collision assist, braking, and things like that, that kind of eliminate accidents, or try to eliminate accidents before they even happen. It's similar to the Ford system, the Copilot. So the 2022 RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, so that's kind of their system, sort of how Ford has the Copilot and things like that. And it offers a lot of features. Obviously it has the pre-collision system, so you don't get in a crash. It has automatic braking, and things to kind of avoid the collision before it even happens. I believe this is a step in the right direction, because by 2025 they're set to do full autonomous driving. If you look at all the features on the RAV4, these are just a couple of them. It's a really solid choice because you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. As you know, the Toyota RAV4 is, one, it's very reliable, and two, it's very affordable. So with that being said, you have a lot of these features built in, and it's a pretty good car for the price. Next, we're moving on to the Audi Q3. Similar to how the Volvo XC40 is kind of a downgrade from the XC60, the Audi Q3 is actually a downgrade from the Q5. So it's a pretty small SUV. It's got a lot of good features, and I really like the Q3. So the Q3 is a little bit pricey, because again, Audi is kind of a luxurious automaker, but it will be cheaper considering that it is the smallest of the Q lineup. So the Q3 has active lane assist with emergency assist, so it keeps you in your lane while you're driving. I've actually been in one of the cars, and it kind of, when you let your hands off the steering wheel, it kind of jolts you back into your lane regardless. Obviously it wants you to keep your hands on the steering wheel. It's not going to do everything for you, but I mean, these are some cool features to have. So you have pre-sense front assist, adaptive cruise assist, blind spot monitoring, as you know, they'll give you a little beep when someone's right next to you, rear cross traffic alert, so if a kid is coming behind you as you're backing out of your driveway, it helps a lot, and it'll automatically stop the vehicle. There's active lane assist, electronic stability control, traction control, traffic jam assist, emergency brake assist as well. So there's a lot of assists implemented in here. Obviously they're not going full autonomous yet, so the car cannot actually drive itself, but it has a lot of the features that will stop itself from going into an accident. So the Audi Q3 is pretty expensive, but I mean, it is a Q3, so it's the cheapest of the lineup, so that is something to consider as well. So this next brand I'm not too familiar with, but I do love their styling. Anyways, it's the Infiniti QX50. This is similar to the Audi Q3. It's a very small, compact SUV. That is kind of what people are going for nowadays. People are trying to go towards smaller cars, but they also want to have a family and have fun. They want something that's not going to cost a whole lot. And Infiniti QX50 is luxurious, but it's not too costly. So with that being said, Infiniti has actually made their cars more expensive, but people are saying that it's actually worth it since the new models come with a lot more features that the old models didn't. So of course, Infiniti has a lot of these features that the other cars do. But one thing that really stands out is their Pro Pilot system. And the Pro Pilot system actually has a lot going for it in terms of self-driving capabilities. Now, the 2022 QX50 is a crossover. I mean, it's kind of tiny, just like the Q3, but it won't set you back as much. Again, you're kind of paying for the new additions to this. You're paying for the new features. This Pro Pilot Assist relies on 360-degree camera sensors. So you have cameras all across your car to kind of read the road conditions and situations. So kind of like the lane assist, where it'll keep you in your lane regardless. If your hands are off the steering wheel, it'll keep you in your lane. Now, obviously it's got things like the emergency braking, collision assist, cruise control, intelligent cruise control, and other things like that are similar on the other cars. But this Pro Pilot Assist is really the step towards the self-driving capabilities of Infiniti. Now we are halfway through the list and we actually have a sedan. Now, if you like reliability, but you also like a little bit of luxury, the Lexus LS 500h is just for you. Now, the 500h is a hybrid, that's what the H stands for in the name. And the LS 500 is a bit costly. I mean, you're getting Lexus, you're getting kind of reliability plus luxury. So Lexus is really, I think, on top of the game at the moment. They have 360 parking cameras, ultrasonic sensors, front-facing telescope, infrared driving monitoring camera, and all the other assists that the other cars have. But what sets this apart from the others is that it actually has advanced drive and advanced parking. It won't drive the car necessarily for you, but it will do a lot in terms of what you're getting for the Lexus LS 500. Again, you're paying a pretty hefty price tag. The LS 500h is pretty expensive when you're looking for something that is nearing self-driving capabilities, but this one is pretty good. And moving on to another one, we have the Nissan Rogue. I don't know, I'm not a fan of the Nissan Rogue personally. It's a bit bigger than say the Audi Q3 or the XC40, and it holds a lot for its money, and it's a pretty good car. It's just not my cup of tea. Now again, this also features the Pro Pilot Assist that assists in acceleration, braking, and steering in highway driving. So it's not gonna help much in streets, but highway driving, you can pretty much let it do its thing. But obviously you're gonna have to control the wheel sometimes. It won't do everything for you, but Nissan is really taking a step in the right direction. Considering that the Rogue is currently Nissan's best-selling vehicle, that might say something for buyers that want to buy it because it's been tested a lot and people like the capabilities of it. And again, Nissan Rogue is pretty cheap and you get a lot of bang for your buck. Next we have the BMW iX. This thing, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. I saw it change colors at CES and that thing was amazing. It changes colors like instantly, but it comes with a hefty price tag as well. And the BMW iX, I mean, the grille is just getting bigger every year. It's just a pretty cool car though. The styling is not there, but they have things like the color changing paint. I mean, the iX might be, you know, my new favorite car. Anyways, it has the level 2 semi-autonomous driving and it relies on 12 ultrasonic sensors, 5 cameras, and 5 radar sensors. And obviously it has things like the Pro Collision Assist, forward collision warning, blind spot warning, things like that. You know, steering and lane guidance assist so you don't fall out of your lane. Things that cars now have on the regular basis. So, I mean, it's nice, but you just gotta see for yourself the BMW iX. It has so many features. It costs a lot of money for the color changing paint and things like that. It's a cool concept, but it might cost too much for the average consumer. So you might be leaning towards more of the other options on this list because the BMW iX is going to be pretty costly. Next, we have another costly vehicle, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Now, if you want to ride in style, this is the vehicle to go with. Now, you gotta remember, it's like the LS500H, except it's Mercedes, and things might break down a lot more, and just cost a lot more. Mercedes is a very luxurious brand, similar to Audi. I mean, it offers a lot, but it comes with a hefty price tag. Now, it has level 3 self-driving system, so it is ahead of its competitors in a way. So the S-Class has a lot of things going for it, such as active distance assist, active lane change assist, active speed limit assist, emergency stop assist. I mean, I can go on and on with this. Active brake assist, active steering assist, evasive steering assist, active lane keeping, like everything. It will do everything for you, but these are assists. These aren't like full self-driving yet. But Mercedes is really going out and above with their features on self-driving. So, I mean, if you want to spend the extra bang for your buck, maybe not head towards an S-Class, but if you have a lot of money and you want to drive like a VIP, you want to have a chauffeur, just get the S-Class. And it comes with a lot of assists because Mercedes is ahead of their game with the level 3 autonomous driving system. We have the last car on this list, and it is the Tesla Model 3, as you would already probably guess. Now, the Tesla Model 3 is still beating its kind of bigger brother, the Tesla Model Y, which is kind of the Tesla Model X scaled down, and obviously it's pretty renowned. Now, I mean, you see it every single day on a street. You see Teslas everywhere. Now, this is the best-selling EV in this position. I mean, it's pretty awesome for what you get for the price. Now, it comes with autopilot and full self-driving capability, so it is the top of the tier when it comes to self-driving capabilities. Now, it does have 8 external cameras, so you can kind of view the whole car, 12 ultrasonic cameras as well, and a lot of cool features, like you can play games on it and all that stuff. Now, the Tesla does make you pay attention while you're driving. It will give you alerts if your hand is not close to the wheel or on the wheel every couple of seconds. But it does have full self-driving capabilities and it can detect accidents and things like that, so it's really helpful considering the price point that it's at. Now, it isn't the most expensive vehicle on this list and it is not the least expensive vehicle on this list. It's somewhere in the middle, but for what you're getting for the full self-driving capabilities, that is only 10 grand extra. I mean, I think it's a pretty good choice to go with Tesla. Again, there are body gaps and kind of panel gaps, especially with the trim and things like that. So you might just want to check your car before you buy it, but Teslas are pretty good and their build quality is getting up there. I'm sure you would expect Tesla would be number 1 on this list, so I mean, all the other cars are great as well, but Tesla is kind of still leading the game with EVs and the self-driving capabilities. But if you want to go something different, just check the other cars out on this list. And if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to comment down below what your favorite car was, what you think other people should get, maybe some cars that weren't featured on this list them down below. I'm gonna try my best to create more content and kind of make longer videos for you guys, such as lists like these. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video.